Welcome, welcome viewers. Quite a heated evening. We are having some discussion here at Politics Today. We are back with Maureen Okal, Director Smile Natoto. We are back with Irene Chebiot on the sign language interpretation. And we are back with yours truly. My name is Jonas Simba. Feel free to share with us on 0111980384. I encourage you. Yesterday, during my other show, I told you that I've been having some kind of cough for the last 3 weeks. Hey, asante kwa kunibembeleza on my blind Jonas Simba Facebook and TikTok. Kuna vitu mzuri huko. By the way, kuna vitu mzuri. Things are coming up in 2026. Some of them I'll be putting them in my Facebook. So be checking it, or my TikTok. Wale watu wa TikTok, just enda pale. Good stuff. Today, we are in the spirit of activism. So usituelewe vibaya. We are in the 16 days of activism, Maureen. Sindio? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yesterday was December 3rd, and it was the World Disabilities Day. Just in case you didn't get that word, World Disabilities Day. It is an activism day. So today, we are going to talk like activists for once. You know, in politics today, tunachapa siasa. Au sio, Maureen? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today, we are going to talk like activists, especially in respect to PWDs that are watching this show all around the world. Can you believe it? Science TV, your inclusion platform, goes to the 37 counties of Kenya, and the other 10 watch us on YouTube. They watch us on Science TV on YouTube, and they give us their views. So today we are respecting them, and we are encouraging you to sit down, especially leaders. Yeah, you are a pastor, you are a sheikh, you are a manager somewhere, you are a CEO, you are a father or a mother. You are in charge of PWDs. You are a caregiver. This is your show. Tunaenda kukugonga, by the way. So tighten your belt. It is in good spirit. Tighten your belt. Hatuna ubaya. Ni 16 days of activism, and we have to do what the Constitution demands of us. Au sio? Constitution allows for celebration of these days. Ama sio, Maureen? Yeah. Yeah. So where do we begin? Don't forget we have by-elections revisitation to Taileta at the tail end. Wamudende. I'll put that thing on my TikTok. You know, in Mbeere North, we really spoke here na tukasema Newton Karish was winning until Rigathi Gachagua, until Kithure Kindiki akaenda pale na kaongea. Wewe Goliathi, wewe. You saw that thing? Wewe Goliathi, wewe. And then he said, Wamudende. That thing has really trended. So I'll make an effort after this show to put that Wamudende thing. I don't know how it starts. It starts something like, Nakere ketetere. You know, I'm not a Kikuyu or Akere tetere. Wamudende. So, did it really work? Alafu, Ruto told us something very strange. Alisema, hata akili. You know, it didn't go well with Kalonzo and the United Opposition. Yeah. You remember when Kibaki called Kina Nani, Anyang' Nyong'o Kumbaf? Anyang' Nyong'o said, I am a professor, my friend. We are politicians watatuonyesha maneno. I am a learned professor. And he had to make Kibaki understand that they are not fools. So Ruto alisema watajua taakili awana. What happened? Yani, what? Kenya tutaona maneno. But let's start. Give us your views. Leo tunaongea kama activists. 0111980384. Science TV is your inclusion platform. 16 days of activism. December 3rd, World Disabilities Day. Maureen, can I give you my experience as a PWD? I attended our wonderful leader's funeral. Raila Amolo Odinga. That name rings a bell?
Just say Baba.
Baba. Yes. Oh my, may his soul rest in peace. We loved that man. I can't even count the many times I voted for Baba. I wish Baba once became a president. Oh my. May his soul rest in peace. Again, I say. I attended his funeral. Not that I was a known figure by the family or a known figure by the leaders of ODM. But I remember going to Karen on the day vijana walikuwa wengi. Remember that day there were so many young people? The first day of the morning. Yes. Ilvile wali announced. And I attended that day. And Simba Arati came up with a very good strategy because aliona vijana ni wengi. And some of them were mourning in very interesting ways, kukata ndizi and stuff like that. So akasema, you line up at another gate, you're given something as you leave. Do you know it worked? That tells you something about the Kenyan youth. Unapewa kitu and then you leave. And because many young people, of course, need money, it worked. Wengi walienda wakapewa laini pale. I don't know, they were given some money and some soda. I don't know whether that was 200 shillings or 5, I don't know. But many walienda wakapanga line. That is the time I arrived. And the security who took me was not in uniform. I don't know whether he was a police officer or what. But alinipeleka, but I was handed over to him by a police officer in uniform. So we went, sikuingizwa kwa boma. I was taken to the garden because I think they thought people were wengi, so they created opposite the home kuna ka garden hivi. Iko na miti. So I was taken there where Sikina Simbarati were. When I went and sat down, I was taken near the front. Nikakaa chini, Maureen. This is my experience as a person with disability. So when I sat down, thanks be to God for young people. There's a young person who came, I think he was a Gen Z. He came to me, na akaniambia, sir, akaniuliza, are you blind? Nikamwambia, yes, I'm blind. Akaniambia, my governor, I think he was proud of Gladys Wanga. Akasema, my governor is standing less than 3 meters near where you are. Believe it or not, Maureen. And I was not aware. I want you to shake the hands of my governor. This is a young person who I think was proud of his governor. So he took my hand and placed it on Governor Gladys Wanga's hand. Immediately I started saying, my name is Jonah Simba. I work at Science TV. Guess what Gladys Wanga said? I know you, Jonah. I felt proud. Alishake hand yangu. How are you, Jonah? No sooner had Gladys Wanga, the governor of Homa Bay, finished saying anything than, I don't know whether that was security or what, because they didn't look like policemen, hit my hand, pulled me back to the chair, and pressed me so hard on my seat. Right there in my hearing, on the right side of Governor Gladys Wanga, on her left side, because I was seated facing her, I had some people there saying, this guy is a misfit. What? They were telling it to the governor. I don't know whether the governor responded positively or negatively. I got shaken. And then this man who had put me on the chair, akanifinya, like he really pressed me hard. Now, I behaved because I'm amenifinya chini, and he was speaking in Luo. I was pressed, and then that is how the team ya Gladys Wanga and the people surrounding her left. Na wakaenda kwa boma. Guess what? I was left there alone. I have never felt that terrible. Guess what I wanted to tell Gladys Wanga? I wanted to tell her, we praised the way in which she conducted the Madaraka Day celebrations. If she doesn't mind, can she give me a way in which I can share the link with her? Ndiye aone venye tulimpraise, because they did a very good job. And I remember we shared that here with a disabilities chair of Upia. You know Upia Party? Someone called it Denda. Tulikuwa hapa na Denda, And we praised the way Gladys Wanga conducted the Homa Bay celebrations. What I wanted was to ask her, Madam, very fast I thought, can I send you the link? Are you free to send me your WhatsApp number? Nikutumie the link so that you see how the PWDs appreciated you. Imagine I'm a champion of disability. I'm far away from Homa Bay. What is the PWD in Homa Bay going through? Are they able to access their governor? If I, as a champion of PWDs, I can be called a misfit around the governor. And these are the people who are supposed to ensure the PWD accesses Gladys Wanga. Is this the picture they have painted of the PWD to their governor? Ebu ongea before I start asking you for serviettes nipanguze machozi. It hurts.
Where?
It hurts.
You hata sijui ni pick from where. It is quite hurting. It is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Irresponsible of a fellow citizen.
Yes.
Because remember, Mr. Jonah, you were blind.
Yeah.
And that means that you needed the support of everybody.
Yeah.
That was there.
I was going to mourn Raila.
Yes. One, you are also mourning.
I have to speak to ODM leadership.
I'm telling you, Mr. Jonah.
Yeah.
Your scenario carried so many disgusting things around them, around it.
Yeah.
Leave alone, again, the fact that you are also mourning. And then I'm just thinking, who are the managers? Let me start from there. Maybe we'll get along. Who are the managers of the leaders that we have? Because I don't want to imagine that anybody that is professional, anybody that is being paid by the taxpayers' money, could have done that to you.
Obviously, a police officer could not do that.
No. The governor is not just a governor. That is a government officer. That is a leader that is responsible for you. That is a leader that any other Kenyan is supposed to have access to. Look at the manner with which this other first person who took you to her behaved. Why was this one behaving differently? And this makes me, Mr. Jonah, say something that is very true.
Yeah.
If you look into the lives of the people that our leaders have put to manage them, they always hire goons.
I thought so.
Yes.
Because
that
they
must
were
have
not
been a
police
goon.
officers. They looked, and they were communicating in Luo.
So
the only thing they said in English was, this guy is a misfit. I wanted to ask them, how?
It is even good, Mr. Jonah, that you did not ask. Because remember, one, you are exhausted from the fact that you have lost Baba. Number two, you cannot see. And I want to tell you, please forgive that person. You know why? You are only blind in the eye. That man was not just blind in the eye, he was also blind in the heart. How do you treat a fellow human being like that? Somebody that depends on your help is the person that you put down. And that's why I'm telling you that no professional, nobody being paid by the taxpayers' money would do such a thing. And that makes me to boldly say that most of our leaders, they do not have genuine, they don't even trust them, by the way. They don't even trust genuine professional staff. Because you see, those ones,
genuine security.
They don't.
Right.
Because those ones have an obligation. They are answerable to the government. They are answerable to the people. So to beef up their securities, they go and hire these very youth that they don't even they don't even create opportunities for.
Maureen, how can I visit Homa Bay? It's Christmas time. I would like to go to Homa Bay. But with this, how do I visit Homa Bay?
If you went through such a harassment in Nairobi, how sure are you that you're not going to meet the same person or very many of them to handle you before the leader? Perhaps you waste your time, go there, and then you're still going to get these people that know nothing. Do you know that in Kenya we have the constitution that even takes care of the PWs? It was just passed.
That's why I
in
keep
May this
thanking
year.
God that I've been rescued by the constitution.
Yes.
If it were not for the constitution, Maureen, where would the PWD be? In Kenya, we have been rescued by a very robust constitution.
We thank God. We really thank God for that, and we thank God for what the president did.
Yes.
That he made sure that there was an act, a disability act,
yes,
in Kenya that could safeguard the interest and the human
yes,
lives of people with disability. This reminds me of what used to happen in Uganda.
Right.
Yeah, it is documented that
Right.
they had a president who could collect all people with disability and throw them in River Nile.
Idi Amin.
You know?
Idi Amin.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me tell you that, Mr. Jonah, believe me, we have been in these government offices.
Right.
We have worked with people with disabilities.
Yes.
We live with them in our very own homes.
Yes.
And the fact that somebody could choose to do you that,
Right.
interrogate that person.
Imagine.
And that also makes me now
Yes.
to blame the leader, because in your closet, around the people that manage you,
Yeah.
honestly, you should be having somebody who can be very fair to the people with disabilities.
And when they said that to her, we need a strong leadership in counties that can say, no, don't, this is a disability champion. This is a PWD. He deserves my attention.
And that is why I've told you that you can only tell that to a professional, to somebody who is responsible for a fellow citizen and the city and the country itself. But do you tell that to a goon? They have no time to understand it. They have not read, they do not know. Unakumbuka kuna siku president alikuwa anasema ya kwamba akona leaders wenye umempatia a whole ministry to manage na hata jui ni nini inaendelea huko.
Yeah, he said it.
Yes. So those are the kind of leaders that we have, and therefore to have such a kind of a leader, it only forces you to also surround yourself with the same goons. People who are not aware of what is happening in Kenya. All that they know is how they can make noise. It is politics. But now you look at the policies, the structures that now are to run these politics. They have no idea. Mtu anaamuka tu anafanya tu vitu zenye anataka.
You know, I'm slowly thinking of bringing disability chairpersons of parties, because I sit in that caucus, because I am the chairperson of Labour Party of Kenya Disabilities League. And I'm part of that NEC convened somewhere to guide issues of PWDs. In that caucus, lucky enough, it was championed by ORPP. So I'm thinking of bringing chair per chair to this particular bench to talk with us about the experience. Some of these leaders don't know what the PWDs go through. Do you know what is called stigma and discrimination? On this particular Disabilities Day, when you talk of stigma and discrimination, Maureen, it is so deep. If you spoke to PWDs, and that's why I say today we are speaking with the tone of activism, because of December 3rd, World Disabilities Day. If you spoke to PWDs, you would be shocked at their experiences, especially in places where they need help. Can you believe it? That one very known media station has been advertising and saying, what are you doing in a PWD show? We need inclusion. If I bring you here as a person who is able-bodied and I am disabled, I feel included. Maybe they don't understand inclusion. So they are wondering, why are we having Maureen Carl, Nicholas Oyo, the other lady, Kasina, Marianne Kasina, Brian Madenge. These are people from the social justice movement who understand inclusion. And that is the advertisement they're using. They're saying, what are you doing in a PWD show? On this day of activism, there is tears in the hearts of many people with disabilities. We are tired of being put in special schools, special corners. We are not supposed to sit with you as people with as people who are able-bodied. Sorry about my tone. It's activism today.
Mr. Jonah,
Yeah.
again, the same way I told you to forgive that person
Yeah.
that put you down and called you a misfit
Yeah.
because of the kind of a person we want to talk about,
Yeah.
is the same way I'll also choose to forgive these other ones. And you remember very well nikikwambia that these are people that have no idea what is happening in the world. They do not know
Yeah.
how the world is crying, how the world is in pain to address so many things.
Right.
I'm imagining when you call this TV station a platform of inclusivity.
Yes.
Inclusivity means what? This is something that we fight for.
You
Was
bring
fought for in the
able-bodied
Constitution.
people and PWDs.
Let me ask you, Mr. Jonah. PWDs, kwani si watu? And do you have your world somewhere else apart from the world that you're living in? Because I thought and I believe that you're living in a comprehensive world. The station's work will only be complete if we have different functions.
Functions.
Yes. So you cannot tell me in your right mind you're seated in a media station to ask
Yeah.
what I've come to do here.
Right.
If they feel that they're so okay that they do not need to be here,
Yes.
then they should just be quiet.
Put those people in leadership, and you would be surprised at how
They will
would
behave like Idi Amin. They will collect they will gather every person with disability
Yes.
and just get rid of them out of Kenya. And that is why we are thanking God for our constitution that recognizes
Yes.
a person with disability. And that's why I tell you, and I keep repeating that I'm so grateful to God
Yes.
that the president saw the need and did an act.
For once you've praised the
cover.
president. For once you've praised the
No,
president.
I do.
Ruto.
When he does well, I say. When he does not do well,
Yes.
I told you that I'm never at war with the president.
Yes.
Never at war, nothing personal.
Yes.
But I always just look at the things that maybe he's done right, he's not done right. Just that. And saying that this is what we desire as Kenyans. This is what
Yes.
I desire as a patriot. You get?
Yes.
But I've nothing... I've really nothing against him. I only desire a better Kenya for all of us.
Yeah.
So you see, and again, it is not just right, Mr. Jonah,
Yes.
that kila wakati tunashinda kudanganya president that all is well. He's the father of the nation.
We need him to be strong.
So we just tell him, Mr.
the
President,
weak.
hapa,
Yeah.
atuoni kama iko sawa.
Especially
Hiza tu
on
roho
issues
safi.
of
Tunaongea na
inclusion.
roho
Sorry.
safi. Hatuna...
I'm confusing Irene. Just go on.
Yeah. So, sieti tuko na turoho. You know, those ugly hearts. No.
Yes.
We are just speaking. You know, Kenya, we have this advantage. Yeah, kwamba there is freedom of speech.
Yeah.
So that at least akiwa peke yake, he's also able to know who are my true friends, who are my true co-workers and who are not. Because if I can point this from Mr. Jonah,
Yeah.
that is pointing out something that is not right,
Yeah.
then I can work with what Mr. Jonah is saying,
Yeah.
rather than have somebody so close to Seme Morino Kal and mwenye anampaka tu rangi. You know?
Yeah.
So from the very diverse, how do I call them?
Perspective.
Yes, he's able to draw from them.
Now, Maureen,
Yes.
forgive my opinion today, but today is a day of December 3rd, World Disabilities Day. So I'm speaking on behalf of so many PWDs.
Yes.
For the sake of the person with disability, the Constitution is there. We need that strong Constitution. Now they have signed a new Disabilities Act 2025.
Yes.
Sponsored by Crystal Asige from ODM. But I'm told she did not do it alone. So many MPs participated in ensuring that the person with disabilities is rescued by the Constitution. Now, for that Constitution to work, for that act to work that has been assented to by the president, guess what we need? A strong presidency. We need a president that is firm. A president that will say, when it comes to issues of persons with disabilities, no joking.
Yes.
Do you know that the person with disabilities, some of them don't even have hands to throw stones? They will rely on the cabinet secretary Murkomen for protection.
Definitely.
They will rely on this particular leader. They would rely on a strong judiciary. They would rely on Martha Koome. It is only the Constitution that can rescue the person with disability. Do you agree as we go for a break?
Absolutely.
In 1 minute, what do you have to say?
You mentioned that I've praised the president.
Yeah.
And I still say that is why he saw the need and ascended to the Disability Act 2025.
Children champions in this country. Maureen Okal is the director, Smile Natoto. We are with Irene Chebiwot on the sign language interpretation to ensure full inclusion of the persons with disabilities, especially the deaf, that they are following these shows. You are part of this show, whether you are able-bodied or disabled. That's why we encourage you to share your views on 0111 980384. Today, as you send your comment, I want you to make me a small note there. Have you ever been served by a person with disabilities? What was your experience? Has a person who is blind ever brushed your shoes and you paid at a shoe stand? Have you been worked on by a deaf saloonist? Have you been helped or worked on by a deaf waiter? Have you ever been served by a blind person somewhere? Has someone who is on wheelchair ever repaired your shoes? Watu wa bus station wanatusikia Maureen. Yes. Watu wenye wamewatembelea pale, nataka waandike comments. What is your experience being served by persons with disabilities? People with disabilities provide ethical service, Maureen. Amasio.
They do.
Yeah. And now that we are talking about inclusion on this Disabilities Day, kuna watu wenye uzunguka PWDs. Wakifanya biashara, you'll always see an able-bodied person there. Caregivers. These are people who are married to somebody. These are people who are a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a mother or a father to somebody, or a child or a daughter to somebody. What is the role of caregivers? Who are these caregivers?
Mr. Jonah, the same way we have persons with disabilities that need our help, these people are family members. It's the same way the person who does not have these challenges is also a caregiver to a person with disability.
Yeah.
So we are living in a world where we depend on one another. But the difference is someone has a unique need here. You get what I mean?
Yes.
And therefore, we cannot say and we cannot wish persons with disability out of the system.
Yes.
I would call it a coexistence ama ecosystem.
Yes.
Yes. And therefore, it is very, very important to know how we carry one another along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very, very, very important. And just a little bit of your time.
Yeah.
This now makes me get worried so much about this radio station.
Okay.
That says that persons that are not disabled should not be included. Yes. It makes me worried. I'm thinking they need to go and rethink. They need to go and read the Constitution. They need to go back to the Act. They need to answer us, first of all, before they tell us that we shouldn't come here. I'm saying this just, I have no emotions. I'm just trying to remind them of what they missed. They need to also tell us that if we cannot come here, then where are we supposed to take people or persons with disability?
Absolutely.
Do they mean that they're supposed not to be existing in Kenya or in the world? We are a family. We are a community.
We are part of business.
We are part of business. You cannot wish us away.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Therefore, Hapo, I think we need to tell them that they're not supposed to be there, not them telling us that we're not supposed to be there. Because I'm just thinking, if you cannot have even a little empathy for these people, then why do you think that you're supposed to even talk about them in the first case? Hapo nimechanganyika kabisa. But anyway, let me remind them to go back to the Constitution and tell them and read and understand why it was very important.
Oh, we've been rescued by the Constitution. We thank God for this parliament. May God bless this parliament.
If Parliament understood and did an act, if Kenya understood and did a constitution concerning the same, who are they?
Absolutely.
I am so sorry for them. It is because they do not know. You know, sometimes Kenya, tunakwanga tu na hii mdomo tu ya kuongea. And then you're thinking that you're speaking something very sweet. Kumbe, ndio unakata, you know, ile you are really stabbing areas that are of concern to the whole world. Wewe unazifanyia mzaha.
But Maureen, you would be shocked because of stigma. It sells. People with disabilities are stigmatized.
No,
so when you speak, there is stigma and discrimination. So when you try to push people with disabilities to a corner where they are stigmatized and discriminated against, you will be surprised that because of culture, culture that has been taken time to ingrain, it sells.
Mr. Jonah, can I tell you something?
Yes.
Mkenya ni mtu mwenye akona utu na huruma sana. Sijui kama umeaiona in times of need, how Kenyans will be there for one another. So these people, these 2 or 3 people, they are the minority here. And they are okay, I know we have the minority in the constitution, which again constitution allows, but these ones, I would say they are the ones that are not updated. If they were updated like any other Kenyan, because hata mtoto mdogo, Mr. Jonah, many times we travel with you. Have you ever seen how my children treat you?
Yes. I feel part and parcel of society.
Yes.
And that's why I'm against special schools. We should have inclusive schools. I'm against special hotels. I'm against special, you know, you are treated just, you go there as blind people alone. Suddenly, when you finish school, or deaf people alone, you know, you go to Kenyatta University, there is an inclusive studentship. So after you leave KU, it's not rocket science. Mumezoeana, you can give each other's job. You can work together in an office because mumesoma pamoja. But now if you put me in a university, Nairobi Special University, after that,
you come to the comprehensive world.
Nikikuja huko nje, I get culture shock. Hata nyinyi mna struggle kuni accept. That's why we should champion for inclusion, not just integration. Integration was a step before, some decade ago, 90s. We moved from integration to inclusion, tukae pamoja, tufanye vitu pamoja.
And it is working very well, Mr. Jonah. That's why I've told you that for the people that are still bent, those are the opinions. We are very sorry for them. Even a child would not do that. Yes. So we forgive them, but in the package of forgiveness, we also ask them to update their mental status. They should update. They should know that hatuko hapo tena. Kenya tulisonga mbele na tukaelewa ya kwamba we have brothers and sisters that are living with disability and we embrace them. We are carrying them along. Look at what Parliament did. Look at what the President did. Look at what the judiciary has been doing. Look at what family members are doing. Look at what the community is doing. So how kama bado amebaki pale, we are very sorry. We are very sorry. Just change if you want. But if you continue still staying there, we are very sorry, because even persons with disabilities today are empowered. They know and they are at peace with the status, with whatever status they are in. They are in the world here. They have accepted it. Caregivers are doing everything possible to make sure that these things work. Of course, I know.
Hold it there, Maureen.
Yes.
I was called in for a meeting by a church, a mainstream church. I can't mention it, but it was a mainstream church. They happened to know me. And they called me in a meeting. I was this, can I say, quote unquote, the smallest in terms of portfolio and position, because I'm a TV host. The rest were people who are either working in big organizations, they have been in politics, they have tested it, and they were asking us to give our experiences about caregivers. You would be shocked. Women with disabilities, and even men with disabilities, they were speaking of very nasty experience in the hands of caregivers, not just spouses, not children, not members of the societies, not leadership. And that is why probably you are telling me that the president is the caregiver number one. And I thank God because of a strong president. Our president is firm, especially when he means what he says. On this Disabilities Day, should we have the caregivers waondoe attitudes? I can't forget the experience of one disability leader, a woman. She's on wheelchair, and she was giving us her experiences. The question the pastors who were in that meeting asked was, if you leaders of persons with disabilities in this country are experiencing this, how much more the person with disability in Isiolo who has no platform? Yeah, Maureen, take it up.
Yeah, Mr. Jonah, some things are a bit, again, I would say complicated.
Yeah.
Because you see, when you're having a personal touch, a personal attention from a caregiver, there are these caregivers that we expect a lot from.
Right.
Like now, I'll give an example again of the president. He stood in as a president to say that this is what I offer. The parliamentarians stood in as our MPs and said this is what we can offer. We recognize, But now comes a time when now it is personal. Tunaweza ile kwa ground. Yeah, I think with that, it's upon the caregiver to work out his heart.
Okay.
I'm just thinking so. That is how complicated it is. Because you see, when we go home, when now we are in our corners of families, sometimes you even have somebody that you have employed. But now they see this person with a disability as maybe a nuisance. You are seen as a liability.
Even though you're paying them.
Yes. People can have attitudes, Mr. Jonah. So ikifika hapo, I'm thinking, ni mtu tu aombe tu Mungu. Kuna these very special prayers. Give me the grace to walk with Jonah. Give me the grace to walk with, tuwe na ile grace kama ya wamama. And can I also tell you, sometimes some mothers, unapata alizaa mtoto mwenye ako disabled, Mr. Jonah.
Right.
One ye mwenyewe as a caregiver, ata face the stigma.
Right.
Yes.
Cast. Wanasemanga amelaaniwa. Do you know what it means when a child hears that their mother is cast because they gave birth to them? Oh my God.
It hurts.
Ati ule mwanamke amelaaniwa alizaa mtoto mlemavu. Na huyo mtoto mlemavu hata waiti mlemavu wanaita kiwete. Ati huyo mama amelaaniwa alizaa kiwete, and the kiwete is hearing it.
Yes. So you are cutting so many people in here. You are cutting the hearts of so many people. The caregiver who maybe is the mother.
Yeah.
You are cutting also the person with disability. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I've told you that it is a bit complicated, and it just takes the grace of God so that we are able to walk with one another.
Yeah.
Yes, because we have had mothers, sometimes unapata amezaa mtoto ako na autism.
Yeah.
Amezaa mtoto maybe is mentally retarded, cerebral palsy, the way they are on the rise nowadays.
We call them severely disabled. Any mental disability is categorized as severely disabled. By the way, by the laws of Kenya, they are the only ones who receive that stipend. We tried to ask that these other disabilities, the deaf, the blind, and physically handicapped, are also disabled. Maybe they should not just put severely. Maybe they should put a percentage. Maybe the severely disabled should get an amount. Then our wengine pia wapewe a certain percentage that is slightly lower.
We are getting there, Mr. Jonah. Kumbuka, kitambo, there were no such recognitions.
Right.
But tukianza na severely disabled, tutafika mahali tutakujia taa wenzetu wengine. Pole pole tu.
Okay.
I always keep saying that Kenya is changing. It can only change for the better. However much, sometimes things go haywire. But all these things are happening so that Kenya can be a better place to live in.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we will get there. I don't know by who, but it may find us still living or maybe even dead. But I'm thinking that those are the paths we are walking towards. But still, I can say that I'm grateful that at least these milestones have been achieved. It is not as bad as it was. So for caregivers, I would pray so much for special grace.
You know, you are getting into the spirit. And you know when a constitution is written...
That is the only answer now, because you cannot force me. Mr. Jonah, let me tell you.
There is the spirit of the constitution.
Yes.
And there is the letter of the constitution. As far as the letter is concerned, the president, strong as he is, forthright as he is, caring as he is, caregiver number 1, he has signed it. Crystal Asige sponsored it. The judiciary, Martha Koome and her team, are busy protecting issues of the disabilities. But sasa, ground, that's where the spirit lies.
Nikwambie Mr. Jonah, siwezi kukusaidia. Vile sasa ulifanywa hapo kwa Governor Wanga.
Yeah.
You see, the president cannot go and start beating or even apprehending that person and taking the person to jail. On what grounds? This is somebody whose heart is just seared, does not care about humanity.
Right.
Because I thought that even if you're too inhuman, at least for this person with a special need, a unique need, you're supposed to have your humanity raised. But remember, that is the time that now alileta chini kabisa mpaka na kuvuruta na kuambia you don't even deserve to be anywhere near here.
And guess what? I went to see the body at Nyayo Stadium.
Yes.
Kufika kwa gate, the policeman akasema, sasa huyu ataona nini? And he got hold of me, akanipeana kwa NYS young man.
Yes.
Huyu NYS young man akamwambia, hata huyu usimpangishe laini, sasa anaenda kuona nini, mpitishe hapo katikati. I was taken so fast.
Yes.
Nikauliza tumefika wapi? Ati atulishapita kwa mwili, tuko tunaelekea kwa gate. Nikamuuliza, huku niambia tumefika kwa mwili, nirudishe where the body of my leader Raila Amolo Odinga is. He took me back. Yes. Lucky enough there was a woman KDF officer.
Yes. Alikuwa
amesimama hapo. Yeye ndiye akaanza kuniambia mwili imevalishwa nguo ya presidential blue, tie ya red, imewekwa kofia kwa kifua na haijawekwa kwa meza. Kwa parliament ilikuwa kwa meza, lakini hapa iko ndani ya coffin casket. Huyu alikuwa ameniambia amevalishwa black, twende.
You see such assumptions.
Those things.
Ndio maana nakwambia
training. We need to train.
Ndio maana nakwambia je, Mr. Jonah.
Do you know I cried? For once, nililia kwa ajili ya baba. That thing put me so much at baba mbona alienda. Yani now it made me more sorrowful to realize that ninaweza kufika penye the body of my leader is na nisiambiwe. In other cases, by the way, huwa napewa gloves.
That was an insult.
In other places huwa ninapewa gloves. Ninashika mwili. And then I went for an ORPP caucus meeting in Machakos. After that, we had a NEC meeting. Leaders leading the caucus of disabilities in all parties in Kenya, by the way. Tukapatana na Kakiri. Kakiri said he went to see the body. We saw him on TV in Kasarani, ODM Disabilities League leader. Mudhoni, party of PLP, Yamata Karua, alisema alitamani kwenda, but hangeweza. Nitaendaje na watu walikuwa wanasukumana, mimi on the wheelchair. Nilikaa nikalia baba kwa TV. The other leaders that were there were disabilities. They said vile walitamani tu kwenda tu kwa matanga ya baba, but haingewezekana. This is the story. Hatuwezi fikia president wetu, hatuwezi fikia our CSS. We can't reach our governors. We are seen as misfits. Maureen.
Mr. Jonah, that is why I have told you and I repeat that there are things that only special grace can do. For somebody to understand that this is a human being that needs to be treated like one. But you see, the moment, let me use you as an example. The moment I see Jonah as blind, the way those people treated you, you automatically become a misfit. And this is why we need to fight, we need to talk, we need to have these experiences put out so that whoever hears will have to change how they view persons with disability.
Oh my, I wish
because
Matako
it is, Mr. Jonah, let me tell you, it is the responsibility of the person that is not living with disability to take care of the one that has disability. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Yes.
So that is why we must keep pressing and challenging our brothers that have no unique needs, that have no physical challenges, that it is our responsibility.
By the way, Maureen, do you know there are candidates to disability? Anyone can get disabled anytime.
Yeah. You remind me of what my uncle used to tell me, Dr. Carl. He used to tell me that disability has not left anybody out because it can come anytime, and when it comes, it never knocks.
Kibaki became part of us for a while.
Yes. It never knocks. So for that reason, we are supposed to live conscious such that by the time you find your brother that is a person with disability, just be kind. Some of these things are common sense. Some of these things are just human,
Yeah.
They're just human. Use your head.
Bodies are just bodies.
Yes. You don't need any miracle so that I'm kind to a person with disability. It should be automatic. But when you don't practice it, then you should be thinking, who am I?
There was a team in Nyamira. Sorry.
Yes.
I hope you are not catching emotions until now. You are starting to sneeze.
I'm okay. I was just trying to tell my brothers out there that it is our responsibility.
There was a team from Nyamira.
Yes.
I think the first government after the new constitution, we met in Kisumu at a hotel, and they were telling us their experiences.
Yes.
There is something they wanted so badly. Hawana nguvu ya kutupa mawe. Wakienda kwa streets watapigwa. They reached a point where when the governor was speaking, the only thing they could do ni kupanda meza. Some of them could only sleep on the table. Wale wangeweza wangesimama. That's how they got attention. When I speak to the CS Murkomen, we need Murkomen to be strong and defend persons with disabilities. When people with disabilities need what they need, whatever they are doing, whether it's their rights they are calling for from the county governments, wakienda kwa hizo governor halls and all that, protect them. We need a strong CS for internal security. Don't you think? We need a strong president to protect the weak. Our watu wenye wamezunguka president, they should not be the hindrance to the weak gaining justice.
Unfortunately, Mr. Jonah, that is how it is always.
Right.
You are okay, you have surrounded the mkubwa, and then you're not letting anybody in. That is a very unfortunate thing.
Right.
And if you want to know that I'm telling you the truth, you have just talked of the experience that you had.
Yeah.
Umekutana na governor, but the people surrounding the governor will not let you even have a word with the governor.
Akiyo mkono yangu ilichapwa kofi. They literally slapped my hand. Lucky enough, I had already shaken her hand, and lucky enough, she had called my name.
Pole sana.
I'm embarrassed because after that, they pulled her out.
But I wish she just...
Na nikawachwa peke yangu hapo.
Another wonder, again, Mr. Jonah, is, fine, you are the governor. You have recognized and has acknowledged the fact that unajua Mr. Jonah.
Right.
Sindio?
Yes.
Alafu unavurutwa. Unaenda
and you
wapi?
allow it.
You allow it. You get.
Right.
That is also shocking. So it means that the governor failed you and this other person also failed you.
Right.
So your own people, your leader, and the manager of your leader, they both failed you. So it means that this is leadership. It is the leadership of the nation that failed you because, again, what was the leader doing with this kind of a person around her?
To be honest, I'm so afraid of going to Homa Bay.
I can feel you. I really can feel you. And again, you also make me afraid because I'm thinking, if Mr. Jonah was not even allowed and was called a misfit, how about me?
And many other people with disabilities in Homa Bay.
You are the person that they needed to have given more attention than even me. But remember, you are not even given that attention. So, who am I?
Able to watch your story. Let's talk about by-elections kidogo.
The leaders should be very concerned.
I can hear time is gone. By-elections, very quickly. UDA had a sweep. What happened? Oh my, I'll put that thing on my TikTok after this show. Sijui correct wamudende. Now it is trending.
No, Mr.
Maybe
Jana,
Gachagua should have let Duncan stand because alimwambia weka kando tuweke mtu wa DP. Maybe ikafanya followers wa DCP wakakasirika.
Can I tell you something just as we wind up?
Yeah.
As you have said.
Yeah.
Let me refer to the very Bible that I refer to.
Right.
It says that the kingdom of God suffers violence
and the violence shall take it by force.
So whoever was violent enough took it by force. What force? Those are the actions of men. They can do anything.
But we need to revisit the observers' reports. Let's do things correctly. ELOG, and the rest of the team released a report. Hatutaki tuibiane makura.
Mr. Jonah, can I tell you something?
Right.
Unaona watu wenye wanalia wameibiwa makura. Remember what brought in the post-election violence. I don't want to be mad at this. They are the people that taught us that things can be corrupted.
Okay.
Can you please just allow me to stop
returning officer akiwa kwa bush. Tumunangojea returning officer. Surely, what is the returning officer doing?
Mr. Jonah, mwenye nguvu ashinde. Na si kwa ubaya.
Okay, tuachie hapo.
I'm just being human.
Viewers, give us your views, especially in what happened in kina Kabuchai, Malava. Can you believe it? Ilienda kwa UDA. Everybody knew that inaenda kwa Seth Panyako.
It had to go to somebody.
What
anyway.
happened?
No, it had to go to somebody anyway.
Anyway, wacha tuachie tu hapo feelings. Mini wa Arsenali, so let's just stop there. Viewers, give us your views on 0311-0384 on this Activism Day. It was World Disabilities Day, so go on YouTube, Science TV, playlists, check World Disabilities Day. You'll find us there. That is right from tomorrow, because we are showing this tonight, and tomorrow you'll get it on YouTube. Science TV playlists, and then you get Politics Today, and give us your views. See you next week. We have been with Maureen Carl, director Smile Natoto. Sign language interpreter has been Irene Chebiot. My name is Jonas Simba. Bye.